There's a threat in the world today. To our society existence. And what is this threat?
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
He is the one.
I am.
I am the ass.
He is.
And we are Black and White Sports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we in here talking about practice.
How am I not found the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you're retired?
I mean, I want to see your face when you ask him this question and the way you're going to ask it. Look a man in the eye before you try to kill him or make up something.
He went through my soul.
And I'm not surprised.
Live from the Sports Loft, it's Wednesday night.
I thought it was the portal.
Portal was earlier. That's what I told Chris. We're going to the portal. What's happening, everybody? He is the one. I am the ass.
He is.
This is Black and White Sports, live every Wednesday night, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and powered by First Financial Bank.
And our good buddy John Wayne
Buzzard.
Hey, look who decided to show up halfway from the Caribbean.
Who?
The Kings.
Aha, the King. Oh, they in the Caribbean, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Miles
Turner,
lucky.
Miles Turner's biggest supporter.
Aha.
That's very negative. I was being very sarcastic. I've been fighting with Miles Turner with Aaron, and I don't think I'm going to get him to switch.
Not switching?
You know, the 600 blocks mean nothing.
It's all right.
You know, even though I think his 4 blocks at the end of the game the other day saved the game for them. But I don't know.
This is true.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's happening?
Hey, man, we're back. We're here. We're happy to see you guys. We've missed you. Hey, those of you guys who turned out and signed in for our Big Ten Championship game show this past Saturday. Oh, my Lord, what a great time.
That was fun.
That was really fun, even though I was in hostile enemy waters in my
very
own
hostile
town.
territory, folks. He was in very hostile territory.
Oh, we had a pretty good show. We had a couple guys that, you know, we spent the majority of the evening with talking football and, you know, things with, so it was pretty good. We only had one issue that almost got out of hand, but we had to rein it in. But for the most part, man, we had a blast with all those Buckeye people.
Oh, yeah.
It was really good.
I mean, there was 3 Wisconsin guys. 3.
Yeah.
That was it.
There was one Penn State, but he wouldn't unzip his jacket.
Yeah, he didn't. We noticed him while by, like, whoa.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you go wear it, support it, man.
Right.
Don't zip it up.
Penske is at the Pacers game tonight. Well, y'all know how I feel about Penske, but that's okay.
I know he's got a pretty nice-sized car lot that had to be moved around over on 96th Street. That's about it.
Well, it happens.
Yes, it does. And that will be our good buddy Howdy from over at Checkers and Records giving us any kind of racing news that he can possibly find.
Yeah. They're doing some big things. They got the Monsters of Dirt. I'm sorry, Monsters of Dirt. Checkers and Records Pro Late Model All-Star League starting in January, and I think it's filled. All 60 cars have been filled.
Sweet.
Or spots, I should say. All 60 spots have been filled. And we, as team owners,
yes,
with our brothers,
yes,
filled all 4 spots with some badasses.
Yes, I saw Dan showed me some pictures of our cars that we own. We car owners.
I think Sean did the paint scheme and all that.
Yeah, that's pretty hot. So
yes.
I like it.
Right on, Tommy boy.
We have to do like a carb day for a race or something.
Right. And a random IU fan. Yeah, there wasn't a one IU fan in there too, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. It was a random guy.
Yeah.
Well. he fit the surrounding Bloomington area profile.
He did.
But he was a nice guy.
He was very nice.
So, yeah,
everybody was nice except the one guy.
Except the one guy.
Yeah. Well, it was always
he was good until we decided to let him know that it wasn't his show.
Yeah. Man. Oh well.
Just think if he'd got in front of the camera, we'd have never got rid of him.
Oh. I mean, we couldn't even put Howdy on camera that much because it was that packed. Let alone, I'm not giving somebody else who has nothing to do with us camera time if they're just sitting there. Well, I got facts.
Yeah,
I got facts. Well, talk to Esmond.
Yeah. We do opinions.
Right. But it was fun.
Yeah, we had a blast. So, but obviously we'll have more events coming up in the near future. So we'll make sure that we'll reach out to everybody and let them know what we got going on. And there you have it.
Yes. And real quick, shouts to Checkers and Wreckers. Check their page out because they got some really cool giveaways this Sunday. And you have to like their page, like the Black and White Sports page, like the BW1 page.
Trifecta.
Oh, yeah. All three. You got to do that. You, and you, and you, and you, and even you, go do that.
Yeah, I think I shared it earlier today.
I still can't share a damn thing under any of the pages that we have. None.
I apologize
None.
for that.
I do not know what happened there.
You might have to do a hard restart. All right, what it is? Less IU fans is good thing.
Mara, it took you way too long to come up with that list. I went by, saw Mr. Buzzard earlier. I seen the room that we were going to be in.
Mm-hmm. I was going to reach out to him tomorrow.
You should go see it.
Go see it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I shall.
It's sweet.
I shall.
Well, I met the fiance.
Are we gonna you met the fiance?
I met the fiance. She was there.
So she's actually going to be seen in public with him.
Well, it was at work. I don't really consider it public yet.
Okay. All right. Well, John's got something.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding, buddy.
I met her. I saw the room. It's for next week. By the way, we are going to be at First Financial Bank on 96th Street. I believe, John, throw the address. Yes, 3535 East 96th Street. Just got to look at the screen.
Yes. Yes.
But
yes, you did all that work for her.
I did. Next Wednesday, 7:30, we will be there live from the conference room.
And I am still trying to line up a special guest. I have not heard back. I'm going to shoot a follow-up email because I know the schedule is busy.
Shoot a follow-up every day.
Shoot a follow-up email. I know I got some time.
Since the Kings are listening, we have Notre Dame alum, right? We have Fighting Irish Court alum, correct?
I'm trying to think this out, because I think
set us straight.
Yeah, you got to set us straight. I think Heather says she played at Xavier.
Ah, okay.
But
so some Big East.
I know Heidi went to Notre Dame.
Okay.
For some reason, I assumed she might have dabbled on the court as well.
Gotcha.
But I know she is a 100% Notre Dame person.
The bank layer.
The bank layer.
And it's Lair. Layer.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, this Southside brain. Ooh. Look at the brain on brain.
He got that English. You got that English.
Every once in a while.
Who knows? Maybe we can get some basketball talk. You know, that'll be a good day to do some good basketball talk. We'll be deep into it. We'll probably have some information about, what's going on locally with the high schools because the girls are really into their season now. I think we're 8 games in. Varsity is, I think they're, about
back
half and half,
back
and forth, up and down. They give some good games and then have some good games that don't really pan out the way they wanted them to.
Right.
I felt that they should have beaten Westfield the other last
that was close.
Tuesday night.
Last night. Tuesday,
last night. I felt that they should have beat Westfield. Yeah, but they fell up a little short. I thought they overmatched them, but point guard is hurt. I think she didn't play, so some things happen like that, but I feel they'll bounce back pretty good.
Me too, John.
They got Brownsburg next week or tomorrow. So
yep.
JV's
at
looking
at
Brownsburg.
Okay.
Yeah. JV's looking pretty good. Mac
nasty.
Yeah, Mac and Spidell are pretty much leading that group pretty well.
Nice.
So they're doing pretty good. They lost the first game.
Proud Papa.
To Homestead.
Proud Papa.
Yeah. They lost to Homestead, and they haven't lost since. And they hadn't had a game closer than 15.
Ouch.
Yeah, they're out there stomping girls.
Nice.
So
good deal.
It's pretty good.
Good deal. And then next week also on the show, we have a couple half off discounts.
He said I even with the price.
I seen that. That's why I said I did too. We have a couple giveaways ourselves from High Performance Athletic Training. Gave us 2 passes. Damn good discounts on these. So we're going to be giving those 2 away next week on our show for a little Christmas thing, since obviously in 2 weeks is Christmas Day, and this ain't going to be happening because we are going to be spread out all over Indianapolis.
Yes. You know, you got house here, food there, present, gift, share, all that.
Repeat.
I'm basically looking for the spiked eggnog. Guys, spiked eggnog, and I'm in there.
We can spike it. We can spike it.
I am a fan of the nog. So I guess we should probably talk about sports since most people tuned in for this particular reason.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
So what has okay, obviously there's great big news is going on in sports that we cover, but we don't particularly talk a whole lot about. Wow. Okay, so a couple days ago, which is probably going to bring up a conversation that we need to have with you and the fans and each other about a salary cap in baseball.
There is none. That's
right.
There's a reason there should be right there.
So let's look at this. A couple days ago, Strasburg.
Just yesterday, I think.
Yeah, Strasburg Monday.
Okay.
Strasburg re-signed with the Nationals.
7 years?
7 years
what,
for
3?
No, it was $245 million.
Okay.
And then obviously the next name that was obviously popping up was Jared Cole. He is a free agent.
Former Indianapolis Indians pitcher.
Yep. And which I did not know, but I was watching earlier today about this whole little thing with him. The Yankees drafted him out of high school.
Really?
Yeah, they drafted him out of high school.
How do you know?
But he did not. He wanted to play at UCLA, so he didn't take the
he stayed in college.
Yankee thing. Went to college, played at UCLA, was drafted 3rd by the Pirates.
Yep.
They tried to get him again from the Pirates. Could make a deal.
Said no.
When he was a free agent, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
They tried to get him then, and Houston came in and stole him. So they finally got a hold of him at his peak.
Man, 9 years.
300.
328 or something.
324. $324 million for 9 years.
You're going to tell me
for a guy only pitches like 30 games.
Anybody in sports should be making that much money. Figure that out. 9 years, 300. Let's do 9 years, 320. That's almost.
That's $1 million a game. It's $1.1 million a game.
If he plays like 30-some games a year.
Yeah, it's $1.1 million a game. I think it broke down to 44,000. $44,000 a person he faces. So every person he faces is $44,000.
That is just ridiculous. That is nuts.
350 million.
That's
so
nuts.
That's all. Now he made that contract with the Yankees. They agreed to it in principle or whatever. So now that tacks on to the 300 that Stanton's making, the 200 that Judge is making, the 200 that Soriano is making. Not the 200, the $100 million that Soriano is making.
Well, yeah, regardless.
What's the closer?
Sabathia.
No, he retired.
Right? Yeah. Chapman.
Yeah, the 200. You got the Chapman. So
that is ridiculous.
You got $1 billion payroll, and then what I heard early, not too bit ago, between Cole and Stanton, paying them, the Orioles don't even pay their whole entire roster.
Well, the Orioles suck. I mean, they suck.
I mean, but wow, man, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of dough.
There's that button again. I want that button again with the $1 million man, Ted DiBiase's laugh.
I mean, is
you know what I'm saying?
Is absolutely ridiculous.
I'm sorry, D.
No, you good.
Sorry, I need to give you some room over there. You big.
I know we got it up on the screen so we can see. So I'm gonna switch over here and try to check out this game.
All right.
But wow,
That's just it's ridiculous. That's exactly why there should be salary caps in professional sports. I mean, there obviously is NFL, NBA, NHL. I'm not too sure of. I think there is not, but I could be wrong. But baseball, man.
But listen, I'd hate to down you hockey people, but there's not a franchise that can afford to pay them $100 million. If you pay one player $100 million, that franchise is going down. Hockey is not loved like that.
Still, you should not. I mean, people are wondering what's going on with certain teams, and the Yankees all of a sudden drop $750 million on 5 players, 4 players, whatever it is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But
it's ridiculous.
And then that comes into the issue where, fans are having to sell things to go to games. You know what I mean? Like how much if you lived in you pay half your roster, $700 million. All right, so where is that money gonna come? Obviously, the Yankees have ridiculous revenue that come in, being probably one of the most globalized logos of anything in the world. Yeah. I'm not going to say in the country, in the world, because, we see the little China boys run around. That is not politically correct. We see the little kids from different countries run around with Yankee hats and stuff like that. So
and with different color hats.
Different colors, it's all throughout hip-hop. If you're from New York, the hat that you grab is a Yankee hat. It's not a Mets hat. You only wear a Mets hat if you are a fan.
That's true.
You don't have to know anything about anything of baseball, and if you're from New York, you're probably going to wear a Yankees hat.
This is true.
So they have the TV deal with their own, and then, ESPN loves to plaster them all over the screen anyway. So you got the TV money coming in. The rest of that money comes from the fans. So, cost of living in New York is outstanding. So I know a Yankees ticket isn't cheap. You can't just go down to the stadium and get that high boy for $28. That high boy is like what, $230.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at that point, you take a family of 4. You got a dad, 2 kids, the mom, 2 kids. You're going to spend what, $300 on tickets. And then you're going to spend $20 on one Coney dog. So you done spent $1,000 to go to one game.
The NFL is raising the cap in 2020, $8 million from 188 to 196. What, Jesus? Come on, people.
Granted, the TV money is going up. I get that. They're getting huge deals with the TVs. But, some of that money does have to trickle out from, the surrounding community in taxes, upkeep on the stadium or, whatever. I think the fans end up paying for that as in out of their pocket, and they're not being able to go see their game. That's the one thing I like about here in Indiana. The Pacers are rocking. The Colts normally rock, but our tickets aren't outrageous.
They're bad enough as it is. All the NFL and, the NBA and all that. The NFL is obviously the worst on ticket prices because it's ridiculous. But I just don't get it.
Yeah, I am a complete fan of the salary cap in anything. And
everything.
And
playing
everything.
Sports.
And then for one, in baseball is really heavy when there's no salary, when there's no salary cap. It really heavies on the more marketable franchises. Boston, Yankees, Dodgers. Those guys can make these ridiculous amount of payroll moves when they have so much of a market. I think that hurts teams like Baltimore or Minnesota.
Well, it's smaller markets.
Yeah, the smaller market teams.
I understand that. I'm with you, man. There should be salary caps in all sports. All professional sports should have salary caps. It's ridiculous that they don't. I mean, come on. How much money do you really need to play a game?
A game. Like, I like playing a game, and I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was in that situation and I was able to go get that money, I'm gonna get that money.
I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I'm a businessman. I'm gonna get that money. But still, I mean, as a business, as far as the organizations go, it's like, really?
Yeah,
Why don't you give that more to the fan? Less pay per ticket. Get more fans in continuously, consistently filling your stadiums.
But the funny thing about it is these stadiums continue to be full.
Yeah, because we're all idiots and we like sports.
You're gonna get right there. Get right there. So, what else was big news?
Yes.
Russia.
Yeah. I mean, where you? Did you expect anything less?
Oh, hell no.
From I mean,
hell no.
if anybody's ever watched Rocky IV, you see that Russia has always had issues with doping athletes.
I don't think this particular move was obviously it was all directly affect from the doping, but I don't think this particular move was from the actual doping. This was more of this was more of the, well, we're Russia, we're going to do what we want. We'll drag our feet. You know what I mean? They had this plan in place for them to correct these issues, address these issues for the governing body of the world sports, whatever that thing is called. And they drug it out, not meeting deadlines, not giving up the information. Mm-hmm. Whatever they turned in was like, they didn't care
like,
so
here,
much.
man.
Just like we turned it in, and it was like obvious that these numbers have been manipulated.
No.
It was like you didn't even try to cover it up.
Not
like
at all.
I'm going to erase it and leave the erase marks and turn it in. There you go.
Not at all.
So from that point, they had banned him, I think it was 4 years, from all international competitions.
Yep.
So you won't see, as of right now, obviously they're still giving them opportunities to correct this before the 2020 games. But as of right now, you will not see a Russian flag by an athlete in the 2020 games. It'll be like it was in the Winter Olympics, where they had the athletes representing something with Russia. Yeah. You know, they didn't use any Russian colors or any Russian flags, but obviously the fans there knew they were Russian and so forth. But the country itself at this point cannot participate in any international event. That's World Cup, Olympics, whatever, FIBA, any of that. They can't do any of it.
That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. It's pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It was very, very entertaining to see that. Trying to think of anything else that was just outstanding. I mean, I guess we could mention Antonio Brown's latest rant.
We can.
Or we can just drive on by that bus stop.
So it's like a shoot, pass, or turn it over. We're just going to turn that mug over.
All right. So we're going to roll that one over. All right, so cool.
Roll on.
One last baseball thing. I don't know if DJ is watching. I did see him click on a little bit ago. This is news that this is a double whammy for him. He is a Red Sox fan, so obviously he is not happy about the signing of Jared Cole.
Right.
He's really not going to be happy about this latest rumor about Mookie Betts being a Reds, but I'm sure you would be excited about Mr. Mookie Betts being a Cincinnati Red.
Perfectly fine with that. We need to do something down there in Cincy, folks. I'm just saying, we got to do something. We're sticking with baseball. We got to mention the Reds. Come on, guys. Get your shit together. Let's roll. Give Votto something to play there for and want to stay to retire as a Red. Come on.
Hey, I want the Reds to win it so bad just for you.
I mean, you don't have a baseball team, so you might as well just join your brother's team.
Yeah, I mean, I would, but
the
something
color's
about
red.
that color, I just can't
Buy
really.
a blue Reds hat then.
No. I don't know, and there's nothing behind it. I just never. The only time you ever really saw me wear
You
red.
just a gangster.
Was, the only time you really saw me wear red was when it was high school for Lawrence North, because it was Christmas all year round.
Yeah, you
That was
red and
about
green
it,
all
you
the
know.
time.
I don't really do that too much. But before I
We'll
get
to that, John.
Yeah, before we get to that. But one last thing, since we were in the city of Cincinnati already, I did see something come out, posted it not too long ago. The first and second round of the 2022 NCAA men's basketball tournament
I did see that.
is being moved from Cincinnati to Indy.
I didn't read the article. Explain it to me. Why they're moving it?
To make a long story short, they earned that bid in 2017 for the 2022 games, but there was a stipulation. They had to, the owners of the facility of where it was being held had, I think, like $168 million in that range, $200 million, somewhere in that range of renovations to get taken care of. Those renovations have not been taken care of, or not enough to the NCAA standard to host a major event like that.
Gotcha.
So it got moved to, who else hosts better sports events than us, Indy, especially for college.
Well, you're right down the street too. I mean, you're literally 100 miles away from where they were having it.
And the
Why not
NCAA
move it?
headquarters is
Exactly.
here. So.
Why not move it just to here? Because we have it next year, right?
I think so.
We have it every 4 years.
I think we have it every 4 years. We have games here pretty much every year.
Yeah, every 2 years.
Pretty much. I think the Final Four is here
next
like every 4 or 5 years, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But we also got the NBA All-Star game next year.
You feel to the Reds like I feel to Penske. I see you.
So, I mean, that's sucks for the Cincinnati, but also it's another opportunity for the wife and I were talking about this the other day in the car. It's like Indianapolis is, I mean, everybody else looks at us kind of slow because we're in a slow part of the country, but we get, wow.
Oh, that was funny.
But we get a lot of major sports events happen because we put on a good show. We know how to entertain, and plus our city is set up for those type of events. Everything is centrally located downtown.
It is.
And you don't really need to go way over here, Uber way over there. Everything was in walking distance from your hotel to the facilities where everything is being kept.
Right.
So it's a great place, and we're obviously wonderful hosts here in the city of Indianapolis.
This is correct. You know, if you want your sporting event to be live and popping, have the boys from Black and White Sports out.
But we'll turn that thing all the way out.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So, hey, my nephew's on. What's going on, Trey?
What up, Trey?
Yep, you need a nice fade. Go holler at my boy Trey if you're close to the Monrovia area. He'll get you taken care of.
There you go.
Let's see here. So I guess that means let's get into some real sports. I think we really much covered the hot topics.
Damn, Pacers up 53-44. All right. What time did they start? Oh,
Game started at 7.
Damn.
Yeah.
We floating tonight, folks.
Hey, man, we getting it in. There we go. Back to the game. I was getting
right.
itchy.
Now
But it's
watch
not the
all
Pacers
of a
game.
sudden his volume's going to go kicking out.
Nope,
all of a
already
sudden.
turned it off. No, my credentials have to be re-verified again for Fox, so I don't have the Pacer game. You know, every time they do that, I have to text the wife. Hey, what's the password?
What's the password? What's our credentials here?
Yeah.
I got
So
you.
we're going to look at I'm checking out this Toronto Clippers game with Kawhi going back to the north. I think he got his ring tonight, too. I was late on picking in because I wanted to see if they gave him a tribute.
So we are just segueing into basketball now?
I guess. Why not?
All right. Well, why not give a shout out?
Let's go back. We got to talk about because I don't want John to be left out.
Okay. Well, why?
So we can get back into
Okay, so
basketball.
we're going to football?
Yes.
Okay. Well, why not mention our favorite super agent, Mary A. House? If you're buying or selling your home, check out Mary A. House. Give her a call. Give her a text. She will come over, set your house up ready to roll, and get you the money you can get out of it because she did it for me and Christy. Awesome lady, one of a fantastic woman, a great real estate agent. 317-410-6456. That's 317-410-6456.
6.
Yeah.
All right, sure. He said, "What's up?" You know what? I'm gonna let you know. I like the screen because now it forces us to look at the camera.
Oh, hi. What you can't see behind you is a big TV screen that we can see and read off of a lot easier than doing this. Even with glasses on.
All right. So, do you want to talk college?
Oh yeah.
Or NBA or NBA?
Well, no,
College
let's talk NFL right now because we did have a question from one of our listeners.
Mr. Buzz.
Yeah, Mr. Buzzard.
All right.
Shot us a question about did we think the Patriots were cheating and videotaping the Bengals because they were scared they were going to lose. No. On that aspect, I just think they're a bunch of cheating-ass people anyway, so doesn't really matter. I mean, Spygate was, come on, man. We should have had 2 by now.
I was talking to,
I mean, this ain't Deflategate. We didn't lose by 40 still. We lost by 3.
Okay.
Yeah, bitter.
I was actually conversating with a buddy of mine earlier about this. Mike Hayes, he's a Patriots fan.
Oh God!
Excuse me. We were talking about it.
There's always an idiot in every bunch.
I'm
just joking.
Commenting on his post. I mean, and I kind of agree. I think it was. Yeah, they don't get the benefit of the doubt. One, because of past history. Now, I don't think that they were actually doing it on this particular occasion. One, because you've already been caught once, so you tend not to do that particular thing again.
Right.
And the thing that I think people are forgetting, Cincinnati allowed them in the booth because of this TV show. They already knew that they were there and that they were going to be filming. If
but
you didn't want them
filming?
But right, if you didn't want them filming that particular area of the field, then you should have put them in an area where they couldn't see.
And I agree with that, but we all know the Patriots will film anything and everything they can.
And I'm going to say it again, like I said back then. No, yeah, they were caught doing it. They were wrong. But I always say that's not the only team that does it. They were the team that got caught.
Whoa. Mr. Racker, check the scoreboard, dude. We are tied with the Cowboys. Neither one of us want to win that division. We'll get to there in a second, but we won.
Yeah.
Not bitter.
No, but I said it then. You know, every team does it. They didn't come up with that idea all on their own.
No.
It was just that they got caught.
They had the opportunity to do it, and they did it because they're going to do it all the time, and they got caught.
Yeah, this particular issue, I don't think they had anything to do with it because what
Cincinnati asked for this one, like you said.
Yeah,
I mean,
and really, Cincinnati, really. I mean, at this particular
Yeah.
moment, do you think
anybody
anybody
really
needs
try
to
to
copy
No.
your plays?
No.
I mean,
No.
you can't run them right now anyway, so
Yeah.
what difference does it make? But no, I don't. But yes, their history.
Yes, we are.
And their history.
Oh,
has,
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're having a.
I see that. I see that. This is a cowboy
deep.
eagle.
He went deep with that last comment, and he's laughing over there because he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
All right.
I
Well,
can't wait.
Not
I
now, bitch.
There you go.
Wow.
See, okay.
That's
I
rough.
can't wait to tie a bow around my big old right back at you 3 days before Christmas and say, hey, guess what? Look who's winning the division now.
Well, take that.
Yeah, bitch.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, there's Cincinnati.
They suck.
Patriots. All right. So,
They suck.
but the Patriots' issues are
Sorry,
little.
Mara. Cincinnati sucks right now.
The Patriots' issues are way more in depth than Cincinnati right now.
Oh yeah.
They got issues. You know what I mean? And defending champs. I included was one of the people who were like, "Hey, the Patriots just continue to roll. They continue to plug in and plug in."
Shut up.
But
Courtney.
this year they're having
Shut up, Courtney. Sorry for interrupting you, sir. Your wife stuck her nose into something.
So what was I saying?
The Patriots.
The Patriots. Oh yes, we expect them to continue to plug in and keep rolling like they have. This year they're not being able to do that. Edelman he's a possession guy. He's not a receiver that goes out and does 15 catches or 10 catches for 130 yards. That's not what he does. So they don't have an outside threat. So that doubles Edelman, what makes him even less. You don't have a Gronkowski type tight end that has been Tom Brady's crutch for so long,
right?
And he doesn't have it.
Right.
The defense was playing well earlier, but if you look back at the same conversation that we was having with the 49ers up to about 4 weeks ago is you haven't played anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're beating up on the lower part of the AFC, and you're looking good doing it as we expect. But now that you have come across a couple good teams in a row, a lot of your deficiencies have been brought to the forefront. And I think the Patriots are reeling. They've already fallen out of the top spot. Baltimore has that. It's very good chance that New England cannot have a bye going in.
I don't think they will.
I
don't
a
think
good
they
chance.
will. I think it's going to be Baltimore and
Chiefs.
There you go. I think the Chiefs will
Rebound
a little bit, but I think it's going to be more so the Patriots kind of fumbling.
Yeah.
Because they've already lost those two games against those two teams.
You lost to the Chiefs, you lost to Baltimore, and you've lost to Deshaun Watson.
Correct. I don't see them getting a bye.
I don't see Texas getting a bye,
No,
but I'm saying
yeah.
you lost to three upper teams in
right. I mean, the three other divisional winners.
Right. So, I think it looks rough for the Patriots right now. Saving grace. They still have a game with Miami, and I think they still have another with the Jets. So that's 2 wins. That's 2 wins.
I don't know. I can't say that because the Dolphins are a fish, right? The fish.
Hey, what about Le'Veon? We spoke about the Jets. What about Le'Veon Bell? He didn't play last Sunday because of the flu.
Yeah.
But that Saturday night, he was at the bowling alley.
And who's that?
And he bowled his career high.
I've seen that. Who's one of those 3 losses from, Howdy? Bam. I said it.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to let y'all get y'all football war on. Me and my Steelers, we're just going to sit nice and quiet in the 6th spot, just steady winning games with a quarterback named Duck. Quack, quack.
Yeah, he quacking all right.
Hey, I like it. Not all the great well, I'm not saying he's a great quarterback.
No, because you're
I'm
trying
not
to find
saying if he
to find
is.
your replacement for Ben after next year.
Yes, we are.
If he comes back, honestly.
Yeah, we are trying to find our replacement.
Yes, John.
You mean Tommy?
I know. God.
Oh, you missed it, bro. You missed it. It's an inside joke. He's trying to get you back for the layer.
I know.
That's what he's doing.
I see that. That's what he said. He's making up for the spelling error.
But obviously.
Ooh, we'll get to that. Joe Brown, don't go nowhere. We got that coming up here just a second.
What happens first?
I said, you done?
Oh, my
God. Are you
God.
going to go to it?
Oh.
Hold on. Let's
No, but I am done. What else do we have to talk about the Patriots? We're just talking football right now.
Yeah, we're talking.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought you was kind of still in the middle of something.
Nah, really. I don't know.
Okay.
It's gone anyway.
It's gone now. Yep. Hey, we're trying to get to the NFC East, okay? So just bear with us, Howdy. Go back. Joe Brown, what's going to happen first? Tom Brady retires or Jim Harbaugh beats Ohio State?
That is a very easy one.
Tom Brady is retiring first.
Yes.
Hands down.
Yes. I mean, I'm as Michigan as it goes through and through. My business card holder is Michigan. I just got it in the mail.
Yeah, Chuck, if you're watching, I hope you have one because he's got something on you if you don't.
Yeah.
He's got something
But
on
anyway,
you if you
so
don't.
that's something else. But I'm as Michigan as it goes through and through. But I don't see us competing on the football field at this moment for at least another 2 or 3 years. You have to get your recruiting up. You have to go recruit big-time athletes. You cannot have these guys in camp under commitment, and then you get your ass blown out, and then you lose commits. You know what I mean? If you compete, you can lose and still get that commit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can compete and still lose the game. And he's like, you know what? I can feel that hope.
At least I
know what I mean?
see the team's going in the right direction.
Yeah, I
Right
can be
now,
a part of that. You know what I mean?
like
Right now, like, yeah, I don't know if I really want to do that right now.
Yeah.
So, definitely Tom Brady is going to retire before then.
Well, Brady finished his career with the Patriots.
Yes.
There's a lot of speculation going on, a lot of rumors in the mill. Who knows? The only person that really knows is himself.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think that he would go anywhere else. I mean, your legacy is as a Patriot. Your legacy is you've played 20 years at the same team.
Right.
Under the same regime. Why leave it?
I think the difference is between Tom Brady and a couple other older, high-profile quarterbacks like a Favre, a Montana, a Manning. They all had something left to prove. Now, I'm saying not championships, but they were all, like, washed away from their previous teams because, you know, we might have somebody better that we think is better. Or you might have been nicked up, and we don't know if you're going to do this under Peyton Manning. You know what I mean? You're nicked up. You wasn't throwing the ball well. We don't know. So when he went to Denver, he still had something to prove. Not to us, but to them.
Right.
You know, Favre, same way. He has something to prove. He was not ready to be done, and I felt that Green Bay screwed him. Even though you had that great Aaron Rodgers behind him. I get it, but he wasn't done, so he went to Minnesota to prove a point. The Jets, I kind of watched that out.
Like, I don't even remember.
I think you were just trying to hold on because you were bored.
Yeah, he did. He didn't want to go do the Levi commercials all day long. He wanted to still play.
Right, and I felt that he didn't have anything to prove, and Tom Brady right now doesn't have anything. You got the most Super Bowls for a single quarterback.
7. Right.
No, he's played in the most for a single quarterback, but he only has 6 rings.
6 rings.
Yeah, he's tied with Pittsburgh.
9
times, and he's won 6.
And you lost. Hold on.
You lost.
All 3 losses came
to a man. No, 2 of them came to a man.
From the
NFC
East. And was one of those from Dallas? Nope.
So I mean, I just don't think Brady. For one, and he's from a generation.
Different.
He's from
Buzzard. That's okay though. That's his prerogative.
Hey, what's his name? Joe Namath tried to kiss the sideline reporters.
I just want to kiss you.
But I mean, Brady is from that era of player that you have a little more loyalty to a particular team. You know what I mean? And then at this point, you know, why go anywhere else?
I agree. I'm with you. Like I said, if I've played 20 years for one team, I'm 43 years old. Man, I'm not going
There's
anywhere.
no point. There's no point.
I've won
I think
many Super Bowls. I've gotten MVP after MVP.
I mean, I'm arguably the greatest.
One of the top 2-3 quarterbacks ever to play the game. I'm good.
Hey, I think.
And Giselle is at home.
Hey, I think he finished the seasons. He's already sold his house.
Maybe that's why he doesn't retire.
He's already sold his house, dog.
Yeah,
he's
ready.
taking the kids, and him and the wife are going to Brazil. I mean, that's where she's from. They're going to Brazil. You're going to get some culture. You're going to learn Portuguese.
Look at the big brain on Brad. Hey, just by the way, if you're on one of the watch parties, join us over on the main page so we can make sure to catch all your comments, all your shout outs, and all your your check-ins. So if you're on here and you want us to see you and hear you, give us a hey, hi, how you doing? Go Eagles, fly Eagle fly, whatever you want to say it right here so we can see it.
What was your Emmitt Smith thing? I kind of missed that one, John.
It was Emmitt Smith didn't. That one, an odd one. That was an odd one. Didn't what? He wasn't done. I don't know why he left. I really don't know why he went to Arizona. I mean, at that time, Arizona had nothing. I don't know. I mean, you already had he didn't have the Russian title yet. He got it in Arizona, didn't he? He did.
That's why he still played.
Why would that?
He might not say
why
it.
would Jerry Jones let you go like that?
Hey, man, this Jerry gosh darn Jones.
You keep Jason Garrett.
Hey, he's a white guy.
Oh,
he's
shit.
a good. No, I'm just playing. He's a
I
good.
was gonna say, it ain't
he's
that.
a good old boy. Because Jerry Garrett kisses his ass, and Jerry's tired of Jason kissing his ass.
He is.
He's getting ready to be out, which takes us into
he's
Joe.
He's gonna have a good old Mexican boy in there, man.
That takes us to Joe's comment.
There.
Oh, they didn't like that post when I put that up. Ron and Cam going to the Cowboys.
Cam ain't going.
Ron and Cam, that's a package deal because he's out of New Orleans. I mean,
he ain't going
Carolina.
No, he ain't going to Dallas.
Him and Ron going to Dallas, and Dak is going to Atlanta.
No, Rivera's going to end up in Dallas, and Cam's going to end up in Denver.
Ooh,
watch.
Ooh, I like that.
Joe Flacco is done.
Ooh.
I can't remember. I know they had, was it Trevor Siemian, I think? As a backup or a third string. I don't remember who they got, but yeah.
And so Joe has another good one here. Obviously, he's doing a whole lot of OSU out there. I saw the Go Bucks. I just tried to ignore it.
We read everything else but that last thing. Yeah. We saw it though.
Yeah. So, how much stock do you put in Urban Meyer to the Cowboys rumor? And wouldn't Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma be a better get if Jerry Jones is going to entertain that route? Okay.
Didn't Lincoln Riley sign with no, not Lincoln Riley.
That's Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, I'm thinking Kiffin. Never mind.
Ole Miss.
I'll shut up.
Ole Miss. Yeah, I'll leave that one alone.
I'm gonna sit over here in the corner.
Yeah, I heard those rumors too about Urban going to the Cowboys or being interviewed by the Cowboys. First off, Jerry Jones came right out and denied that they met with anybody about the coaching job. You know, I believe in 45% that they didn't talk to a coach. I don't think they talked to Urban Meyer. One major reason why I don't think Urban Meyer would be a good fit, not saying in the NFL, but wouldn't be a good fit for the Cowboys. One, Jerry Jones is a controlling figure. He has to run everything. And the reason why I think the Cowboys have struggled for the last 25 years is because Jerry Jones, the owner, does not know how to fire Jerry Jones, the GM, because the things that he's done as a GM, any other GM for any other owner would have been fired or not re-signed or however you want to put it. Urban Meyer is another A-type coach personality. He has had control of all of his programs with an iron fist without being Putinish. Does that make sense?
That did.
You know, he had control
Speaking of Russia.
Yeah. It all works together. He had that control in Utah. And wow, cousin Paul, Utah just But anyway, he had that control in Utah. He also had that control in Florida. And he also had that control in Ohio State.
Yeah.
So don't think you're going to get that control in the NFL, or at least especially not with the Cowboys.
The only way I could see that working out is if Jerry Jones did step back like he did when Jimmy Johnson was over the team and said, okay, it's your team now. But I do not see Jerry Jones at this age in this type of game, the mindset that he's in now, I'm with you. He's not going to give up that control. The only person he's going to give that control to is his son.
Right, and he ran him out of there. You know, you gave him a little bit of control. He wants to, but then you ran him out, which was who knows how many more they would have won or opportunity to win if you'd have kept Jimmy with his unmovable hair.
Right, yeah.
But, I mean, and speaking of Urban, I don't really think he's a good fit for the NFL either. I don't know if he can adjust his style to complement the NFL. And it's the control thing. The NFL has had several different franchises go with college coaches and give college coaches that control.
Right.
And you can't run a professional team like you do a bunch of 22, 21, 19-year-old kids.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work that way, Chip Kelly.
Yeah, we've seen that.
The
only one, dude,
the only one that's really successful.
Go to somebody else.
I can't
that
go.
Was a dig.
I can't go.
That was a dig.
I can't go to Pete Carroll because that retarded ass ended up winning one. So he's the exception. I mean, it's been a while since a college coach has really dominated like
Can't
that.
stand Pete Carroll.
And Lincoln Riley, I think he's smart enough to know that he's too young to allow a figure like Jerry Jones to manipulate him. He's got a good thing going on in Oklahoma. I do think that he's going to end up in the NFL. I just don't think it's right now. Because you got a slew of coaches in the NFL that are going young. They're getting them young and they're letting them stay a little bit.
Right.
They're kind of following some of these franchises are starting to follow the Pittsburgh, idea is you get a young coach and you let him grow with the team. You can't build a withstanding franchise if you keep getting rid of coaches and keep drafting quarterbacks every other year, Cleveland.
I agree with that. The whole mindset in the NFL, especially now, is win one now.
Right.
There's no building again. Not a lot.
Yeah, and I think that's where you guys have fallen into.
I mean, yeah, that's what we
did. Everything to win then, and 2 years later, you're hurting.
Yep, but we're still going to win the NFC East at 9-7.
Hey, I really hope you do.
I do too.
I really hope you do.
I do too. Believe me.
So,
no, really, believe me.
Yeah,
I gotta hear from my son, my brother, your mother.
Yeah, yes.
Everybody.
Yes.
You know
won't hear from me.
You know who I won't hear from? Austin, because he's a Seminoles fan.
You might hear from him, but he's got that leash on.
Ooh.
That won't get to him, so we're good. So I'm going to get a dirty look tomorrow at the game.
Right. I heard what you said.
Yes. All right. So, what else in football?
Well, in the NFL?
Yes. Before we jump over to talk about a little the Colts. We got to talk about the home team.
Eli's on.
They're hey, Dad. Oh, that's me. Hey, boy.
That's you.
Hope you did your homework. Didn't give no slack because I hate to break your back.
Jack.
Cracked. Colts, they do still have a slim shot of still making the playoffs. It's going to be all with the wild card. They're sitting at what?
6 and 7.
Yeah, 6 and 7.
Yep.
And there's like
the
2 teams.
Yeah, well, the Pittsburgh's above them.
Yep.
Oakland's above
Yep.
them. And there was one other that I cannot remember that was in the wild card hunt that's above them from the head-to-head matchups.
Yeah, so it's slim. They would need the
Buffalo.
teams to they'll get some help from one of the 2 teams Sunday night. Buffalo plays Pittsburgh Sunday night.
And I might be wrong on Buffalo, but I know Pittsburgh and Oakland are
well,
2
Buffalo is the 5th spot.
Okay.
Yeah, they're sitting in the 5th spot. Pittsburgh is in the 6th.
Yeah,
and they both play Sunday night.
That's ridiculous.
So I am
Bills Mafia is going to Is it at home for you guys?
I think it's in Buffalo.
Okay. Well,
but it's cold at either place.
Should be a good game.
But we got a duck, man. We got a duck.
Got a duck that goes quack, quack,
got
quack.
a duck.
Quack, quack, quack.
And we just keep finding receivers.
What division? Howdy, what division? The AFC North? Or the East? Which one are you talking
Baltimore.
about? If we're talking about the North, I
Baltimore.
Baltimore's going to win.
I mean, we got another game with Baltimore, and then we got another game with.
If we're talking about the East, I'd still see New England winning it, but I think New England wins Buffalo. I see Buffalo being right there.
Yeah, I think New England still wins it because they got a game against the Jets of Miami left. So I still think Buffalo. I think they have us. I think they have one more winning team. So I think the road for New England is a little bit easier for all of them, but the Colts have a hard uphill climb, and I'm really getting tired of this, negative Jacoby talk. I'm sorry. I don't like it.
Oh, the Colts, okay. Who's
who wins
winning
at
the
Tennessee?
AFC South?
I mean, Texas.
I think Houston's going to win in that. I tell you what, man, Tennessee's playing their ass off, though.
Tannehill.
Yeah. Wow.
Tannehill, is he pushing Mariota to hey, what about Mariota to Denver?
To Denver? I mean, that's a possibility. Angel, it's your team. We're talking about them. I don't know. Somebody's going to end up going to Denver.
There's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of quarterback switching.
Yeah.
This offseason.
I think so.
There's some because I mean Tannehill's played his name back in it. I hate to say it, but Jameis Winston has been playing pretty good football.
He still will throw 2 picks a game.
Yeah, and he threw 3 picks and he still won.
Well, what's that telling you?
I mean, he still threw. I mean, he still threw for a lot of yards.
What was it? 38, 35?
Yeah.
I didn't see either one of those.
I mean,
and I figured if one of them did, then that would you get 31 points out of that game, you're gonna win.
Yeah, I thought it would have been the coach to finish it off, especially when you had 3 turnovers right away.
Well, my knee hurts. I'm ready to put on IR and retire. Wow. Who am I?
I told to the wife, I said, we were sitting there, and I saw they come across the phone. I said, oh, Vinatieri's knee hurts. Didn't they just sign somebody the day before?
Surgery. Right.
All right.
Yes, they did sign. Well, it was right before. It was last week.
Because he made the kicks, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we talked about that last week. Yep.
You
know what we said about it? They signed a new kicker.
Yeah, and he made a 50-yarder and
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's what they need. But you should have done that. If you were going to do it at all during in the middle of the season at all, y'all should have done it about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Then you still might be in the hunt for the title in the division. But no.
I'm with you.
But no.
So, as I scroll through our agenda, I see that we have pretty much covered NFL.
All right.
We hit all those key points and a couple extra.
See, well, you know what?
Very informative.
You know what, Damon?
Hey.
We sell cars now.
Oh.
You know why?
Why?
Because Barber Ford up there in Michigan has jumped on board as an affiliate sponsor of ours, of the BWSPORTS1 network. So go to barberford.net. Call and text Dustin at 334-237-1048, and you guys could find a decent car. He's been selling them all over the Midwest. If you make sure you mention BWSPORTS1 sent you, and if you mention Snowball Showdown, which is an iRacing thing, if you mention Snowball Showdown, you get $500 extra towards your trade-in.
Oh, fabulous!
So check out Dustin at barberford.net.
Yes, that was correct. That was a Michigan commercial. Midwest, baby.
Isn't he happy now?
Yeah. No, it wasn't even about Michigan.
I said, but I did it for you.
But I thank you.
Michigan.
But it wasn't even about it. I wasn't even going with
Not
that.
at all.
I was going with the fact that we got stuff somewhere else.
I got you. Yes.
We're branching out. We're all over this BIH.
We is.
Yes, agenda.
So now we're moving to the hard court.
You want
hardwood?
to run through one code? Let's see. You want to talk
No.
bowls or you want to wait? You want to talk bowls? So give me your displeasure of where Notre Dame is going.
I mean, you're playing, and I could be wrong, but I'm about 90% sure Iowa State is a 7-5 team.
They should be playing in the Pinstripe Bowl.
How does that make Notre Dame feel sitting 10-2, can't win a damn good game in the past 20 years, and you're playing a 7-5 team on December 28th?
I would have liked to seen an Oregon, a Notre Dame-Oregon matchup or Notre Dame-Utah matchup.
Auburn.
I'd like to see a Notre Dame-Auburn matchup.
That would have been a good match.
That would have been a good matchup.
I can see Oregon,
Yeah,
but
playing a 7-5 team, that's maybe they were rewarding you. I don't know.
No, maybe they just looked at you and said, you're 10-2, yeah, but we don't want to see a blowout again like you did in the past 18 bowl games against teams that really mattered. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you this quote-unquote PUD team, and you're going to stay afloat with them.
Oh, so they wanted you not to get blown out.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So they wanted us to get blown out.
Yeah, they gave you Bama.
You know what?
boys
I'm cool
are
for it. I'm
going
good with it, though.
To be pissed.
I'm good with it, though. I'm good. I'm excited.
Pissed.
One, because this is another opportunity. That is the cutest little Nintendo.
Isn't it? You
I
just
got
now
an
see that?
Yeah, I got an Atari one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
But
I
anyway.
got Tecmo Super Bowl on there.
Oh, Tecmo.
Super
Tecmo Bowl.
Super Tecmo Bowl.
But anyway, Bama, Michigan.
I was going to say, you about lost your train of thought again.
I'm excited.
You should be.
Because this is an opportunity, another opportunity.
Yet another.
Another opportunity for Jim Harbaugh to maybe silence some of the demons, as in get rid of him. Is he going to move? Is he a college? I mean, is he able to win the big game? You know what I mean?
No.
I'm looking at this.
No.
I'm looking at this as in it's a chance for you, even if you don't, because like we talked about it earlier about not all losses are bad losses.
I agree.
You know, if you bring your team in and you compete,
Yes.
and you still lose, you can get a lot of that off. Hey, his guys are ready to play. This is probably one of the best programs in college football right now. This is a chance for you to say, hey, you know what? Maybe there is something going on. Maybe the complacency of a 9-10 win season, the last 4 or 5 years, is not enough. Maybe these wants to do more.
Right.
There's an opportunity. You know what I mean? And it's a wounded Alabama team.
But how many opportunities do people get, man?
I mean, when you're an alumni of a school
he's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere, so he's going to get opopportunity after opportunity.
I'll give you that. He's not going anywhere anytime soon.
I mean, they're not going to fire him. They're paying him $10 million a year. Everything but beat them, he's pretty much doing it. So maybe it's not at the pace where, traditional or diehard Michigan fans have been waiting for so long. Maybe it's not at the pace that we want, but maybe just the pace that the school and the plan that Jim Harbaugh has is going along.
I do not believe that is Jim Harbaugh's plan.
Yeah, I don't. I'm trying. But they're going against a wounded Alabama team. You know what I mean? Their defense, this is maybe the worst Alabama defense under Nick Saban. There's opportunity. It has to be because, they're giving up, 30, 33 points a game. When have you heard that before? You know what I'm saying? So there's an opportunity.
I'm just now noticing. I'm noticing one of our watch parties, and I'm seeing some of the conversation. Hi, everybody. Jump over to the Black and White Sports page so we can all see this, because it's very difficult for us to flip back 50 different watch parties to catch all the comments. We love you. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, I see the Kings are going.
They're going back and forth. I like Jamie Lee Gates said he paid $2 to see Pacers versus Thunder last week. That's awesome right there.
Hey.
They had tonight $10 tickets.
Well, yeah, they had stupid deals on Black Friday.
Well, yeah, they did because you get like a $5 ticket for the front part of the balcony, I think.
But she knows that I'm a pansy and I'm a little spoiled. I like being down front, one, because you get just a little bit more room, and I kind of like room.
Do you recall last year that when we went to that game, we had 0 room, and we were up front.
Yeah, I've gotten it's better than being up there.
Club seats are awesome.
Well, club seats are better. And I'm not going. If I go up there, it's 2 trips. One up,
one down,
and one down.
Yep.
I'm not going up, down, up. No, I'll sit here and I won't move.
Right.
I won't stand up. I won't do none of that. I will
Right.
sit there. So, but yeah, I don't know what we were talking about. We're talking about bowl games. So, but not a big deal. We're not gonna get too in depth in the bowl games because we'll have a bowl game. We got next week, and plus we got a bowl show. We'll have a bowl show. Or
close to Christmas, man. We better have. And remember, we're not having the Christmas Day
no
show.
No one cares about any bowl before Christmas.
Okay.
Then they can recap.
Hey, but you know what? You might find us next, since we're not gonna have. Well, we'll have a show next week, and then the Sunday before Christmas, you might find us on Sunday morning. Just might. I'm not gonna say anything else.
All right.
I'll let the other guys talk stuff, but you might see us Sunday morning on the 22nd.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right.
Just saying.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about hardwood. Let's talk about the hardwood.
Well, before we go to the hardwood, this segment is powered by Anthony Caudle and AC2 Skins. Check out our logo. Check out the new BWSPORTS1 logo. Check out our racing team's logos all over iRacing because those cars looking good. If you need a new logo, if you need any kind of design work, check out Anthony Caudle, AC2 Skins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, hardwood. So tonight we had, I guess I can go back and see what the score of that game is.
I don't know. Chris gave us a game score here a little bit ago, but I'm sure it's changed by now.
Looks like, get that out of here, Siakam. The Clippers are up 66-53 on Toronto, and the Pacers are doing something.
Is Kawhi playing?
Kawhi is playing.
Okay, because I know he wasn't playing against us. Was it last night?
Yes.
He didn't play
Paul
against
put
us.
up 36.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was Monday.
Monday, yes.
Monday.
Yes. Yeah, because he was crying about, it's a Hoosier thing. Y'all boo me. Shut up.
Well, he was asked a direct question.
Shut up.
And I can't wait to hear his side of it.
I can't either, but shut up.
Yeah.
Don't cry about getting booed.
Hey,
Dude, what do you expect?
Don't ask the question.
What do you expect, though?
Don't ask the question.
No, he was booed during the game.
Yeah, he was booed. Yeah,
he
was booed to the game, and he cried 36 points on that ass.
He did. I'll give him that. But why are you crying about it?
He wasn't crying. He was answering questions.
He's crying.
Yeah, you'll boo me if you want to. When you feel the truth, then you'll boo the team.
He was crying.
It'll fall right into what I've been telling everybody why he left.
He's crying.
And
I'm not a PG hater. I've never been a PG hater. You know, he is a damn good player, man. He just had too much of Hibbert.
They all did.
That's true. You know how he said, what did he say? Like one day that my story will come out or some shit like that, and it's like, wow.
He said what he said. I'll write a tell-all book.
Yeah,
I'll write a tell-all book.
We gonna wait, man? Do it now.
Oh, you gotta wait.
Do it now.
You gotta do it after the season. You gotta do it after you retire. So when you spend all your money on strippers and your barbershop fails, and then you can write the book.
81-82 Boston, almost the end of the third quarter. Thank you, editor-in-chief.
Yeah, because you know she's got it on.
Yep.
I guarantee it.
I guarantee.
Guarantee. Yeah, we'll watch all 82 games. Thank you, Fox Sports Midwest. We appreciate that.
Yep. Hey, Courtney, by the way, he's needing the credentials to get the game.
It happens every time.
Yeah.
You know, it does a update and then boom, gone.
Yeah. I get it.
But the Facebook never re-credentialize it, does it?
Never.
Never. But let's see, what else is on the hardwood? Since we're talking about the Pacers, let's go ahead and, recap with them. Again, I think the Pacers are, doing well. I think they're sitting fifth, right? Or is it fifth or sixth?
Sixth, I think.
I think they're sitting sixth in the East right now. I mean,
on 2 TVs.
I mean, we say six. This second and a half, third month of the season. They haven't had seedings, but
right.
Speaking in relative terms, they're sitting, in a playoff spot right now. If it was to end today, the Pacers will be in. I think they're playing very good basketball. I think they're playing better than what I expected. I've said that before, and I'll continue to say again. I think they're playing better than what I expected. I know Miles doesn't get a lot of the positive
at all,
that I think that he deserves, because he does anchor that defense quite a bit. He
no, it had nothing to do with what I read.
Right. He's the last 3 years he's been second and third, first, second, third in blocks.
Yeah, he's a defensive player.
So he's playing defense. He makes it hard around the rim. Okay, yeah, a lot of his blocks don't start fast breaks.
He's not a two-way player.
You know what I mean, he hits.
Joke.
I know he hits
straight joke.
He hits an open jump shot. But he's not an offensive player. He's a defensive player, and it doesn't just because you don't pull down 17 rebounds a game does not make you a quality player on there. Because I think there's been like 3 or 4 games this year the Miles defense has secured a game or has won a game for the Pacers.
I agree.
So you have to give him that credit. Granted, he's not moving as fast as some people want to. Yes, Herbert's wife or girlfriend.
No, it was the book will be called Gone Fishing. The book will be called Gone Fishing.
That's great. So I think the development of Miles Turner, I would like to see a little bit more, but that's not his game. Not everybody can't be that. Rudy Gobert, that's one. He's been a defensive player of the year.
Can't hit a lick.
You know what I mean? So there's opportunities there. And then you got such offensive production from Sabonis that you really don't need Miles. If they double him off of Miles, Miles is able to hit the 15 to the 3-point range jump shot.
He is.
You don't want him shooting 8 a game, but him shooting 3 a game, 4 a game, and he's making 2 open. Yeah. Those are good shots, rotation shots. Those are shots that big shoot now. So, I mean, Sabonis is Domas. Sabonis is playing outstanding. I think he's damn near playing.
Paycheck.
I think he's damn near playing all-star caliber basketball.
He's earned his paycheck, and he's showing you why he got paid.
Right. And once Victor comes back, adding Bronson and how well the Holiday boys are playing, I think they got a good chance of staying in the middle of the pack.
Well, I think they do too.
So I think they're holding water. They're holding serve, so to speak, and so Victor comes back, who is actually playing with the Mad Ants off and on to get his, rehab going and getting the up and down of the court. So I assume he'll be back in probably about a month is what I like to see.
I mean, I really wouldn't mind going up to Fort Wayne to watching that team play, because if you want to see some good basketball, I think they got a damn good squad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, up there in the Mad Ants.
Yeah. You got Alizé Johnson.
Right. You got Alizé, you got Vic. I mean, that team's not a joke, man.
Yeah, so and the D League is an established league now. You're getting good quality guys to get moved up from there to getting, 2-way and 2-way contracts and 10-day contracts, guys that turn guys that turn 10 days into 3-year deals.
Yeah.
Like Caruso and guys like that. So it's nothing wrong with the D League, but I think the Pacers I think they're on par for, doing well. It's just that I was surprised that they gave Domas that money because, you know, the
I'm glad
Pacers
they
tend to
did,
be
though.
stingy with the wrong player stingy with the wrong player and lucrative with, you know, the wrong player in Austin Crocer. But, you know, Jonathan Bender. But I think if you show that you're ready to secure your stars, you know, Victor's going to be the next one you're going to have to take care of. You know, because he's going to play himself into that max deal.
Yep.
So are you going to pay him that max deal, or are you going to let him go somewhere else and be, you know, outrageous?
I honestly think that the Simons are on the verge of actually making Indiana a team to compete for a title.
I like it. Ever since the Palace and the Bar in the Palace was the last championship quality team. So I mean, I think if they don't go through, I think they win.
No, that wasn't the last.
They haven't had. Who was the last championship?
Yeah, when they went against the Heat, the three-headed
but
monster down there. That wasn't that team.
No, that was that team.
After,
that was the
that
Paul.
was after the
You were
Palace.
talking about Paul and
young Paul.
Yeah.
and
but that was
an actually good playing Hibbert.
But they were
that was
the round 2, right? They only got to round 2.
No, that was the
Eastern Conference Finals.
Conference, yeah. And
But
that was
I
Game
don't-
7. I mean,
but,
you took
I
Dwayne
mean-
Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron James. That team was not even supposed to compete with that team, and the Pacers took them to 7 and damn near won that game.
They did.
I mean, they had
did.
a hell of a squad.
They did because Paul didn't play defense.
He's not a two-way player.
He didn't play defense on that particular.
On that play.
And Paul and LeBron went right to the cup.
So I thought it was Bosh. It may have been LeBron.
Yeah, it was Bron. It was Bron.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So,
Anyway.
but to me, I think that was the best assembled Pacer team with Steven Jackson, Artez, Jermaine O'Neal. Yeah, that team was outstanding. I think they could have won that.
They
that
could
year.
have.
I really do.
You know, Ben Wallace had to be Ben Wallace.
And yes, TJ Buckets, I would give you that because I was not high on TJ Warren at all, but that guy gets mad buckets.
DJ Buckets.
Yeah, he gets buckets, buddy. I'm telling you, he balls out.
Buckets for buckets. Tom Racker must have had a spell check or an autocorrect on his phone or something because I don't know how he got Kenton out of LeBron. His phone, I should say, or whatever he's typing.
Yeah,
I was kind of like, huh?
Yeah, I'm like,
Couldn't
who the
get
hell's
past
Kenton?
Kenton.
Like, who the hell is Kenton? But yeah, I like the way the Pacers is going. Let's see what else on the hard court.
Vince Carter,
1,500 games.
Vince effing Carter.
Hey, I remember watching
You
Vince.
get ready to take a shot on that one, wasn't you?
Because I had a beer over here and I forgot all about it.
Vince Carter is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, guaranteed.
I mean, that is the type of person that should be in the Hall of Fame before he even retires.
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
mean, come on.
Hell, he might be still
Well,
playing.
he might be. But you know what I'm saying is it's not about just being from Carolina. It's not about being the reason I'm a Carolina fan. Him and Antoine Jameson, you play for within 3 decades now? No, 90s. Yeah. 4 decades.
I mean, you've seen
You've been
guys,
with 9,
you've
10
seen
different
guys
teams,
get
but wow.
drafted and then retire.
Right. Over.
Like you were playing when Dwayne Wade was drafted. You were playing when
Yeah,
Dirk was drafted.
I was going to say, man. Because he came out in 92, 93.
Vince Carter?
Carter.
He's after that because I came
96.
out. Came in 96. Yeah, because I came out. I was still at Paris when I was watching him play at North Carolina.
Okay. Because Jameson was a year ahead of him, right?
I think they
think
might have
so.
been the same year.
No, I think Antoine came out 1 year ahead of him.
I don't know.
Or Carter cut. He left the same time, but I think there was a year difference.
Still an outstanding team.
He
He'll play
should,
till he
man.
dies.
Dude,
I mean, he still got
ups,
But he had a
man.
45-inch vertical. I think now
Boom.
at 43, he's got a 39-inch vertical.
Right, he's still jumping higher than I will ever see.
Hey, speaking of old dudes getting it in,
He played against Jordan.
Carmelo.
I'll give it to you.
Carmelo's hooping, dog. Carmelo's out there in Portland hooping.
Portland's
he
not
dunked
doing-
on somebody the other day.
Portland is not the team that I thought that we're going to be at this point in the season.
No. I had Portland higher up. I had them, him and Denver both higher up.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have them finishing up there. I didn't have them finishing up there, but at this point of the year, I thought they'd be a little higher up because both of those teams are a little more established in their team makeup and been together for a couple years. I thought there were some chemistry issues that would have to be addressed with both the Lakers and the Clippers, but I thought later on in the season, those issues would be fine, and those guys are moving back up towards the top of the Western Conference Final. They're at the top now, so I don't think them falling down.
No, but there's plenty of season to get Portland and Denver back up there. But, man, the way that – I mean, the Portland especially. I had a lot of high thoughts about what Portland was going to be, and it's like, geez.
Yeah, and I was really high on Portland. I mean, in Dame time.
Played with Jamison. Carter played with Wallace. Yes, that is no. Yes. Man, you're making me think, Buzzer.
Yeah, Stackhouse played with Jamison.
But Carter played with Jamison too, right? See, I thought they all played together on on that team that they won.
I think there was a year or
94,
two.
95?
No, you're thinking way too early. Carter was way after. I mean, not way after that, but the '93 was.
That was Rasheed.
That was
Wallace.
Rasheed.
Okay, then that was that was Stackhouse and Rasheed then.
No, it was just Rasheed because of Rasheed, Rick Fox. That was that team.
Okay,
because they beat Michigan.
Yep.
I think the Stackhouse was after Wallace, leading into Jamison into Carter. So I think Stackhouse was after Wallace. No.
See,
That's not right.
Buzzard
I'm at to go back.
Buzzard's saying he's 75% sure. Well, there's 25% saying that you could be wrong. So
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and check that out because I'm trying to think because I know that team that beat Michigan was Rick Fox.
See, I thought Stackhouse was before.
Rick Fox, Phelps, Montross,
Oh yeah,
George Lynch. I think that was that team. And I think after that was the Wallace and Jamison because they had the little point guard Shammond Williams.
Keep talking.
And I think as that was going out, I think coming in was Vince Carter. But I think Vince Carter his guard was I'm 25% full of crap.
Nobody's here disagreeing either.
Yeah, everybody's together on this. We'll have to dig into that a little bit more. Because, I mean.
Okay, no, hold on. 97, 98.
Was Carter.
Both of them. Tell me this white boy don't know what he's talking about when it comes to Carolina. Jamison and Carter played together.
Yeah, I said Jamison in the Carter.
Shut up.
Yeah, just
Hold
said
on.
that.
Hold on. Obviously, Dean Smith was the coach. I'm trying to get here. Hold on here. Hold on. Oh, roster. There we go. So 97, 98 was Brendan Haywood, Shammond Williams.
Yep.
Mate.
Yeah, okay.
That guy.
Yeah.
Ed Cota.
Ed Cota. That's what I was thinking of.
Michael Booker.
Yep.
Ademola Ukala. That guy.
Mm-hmm.
Vince Carter. Terrence Newby. Scott Williams. Matt Owens. Orlando Melendez. Antoine Jameson. And Brian Bursticker.
All right. So before that,
that
Stackhouse would have been
Stackhouse.
Stackhouse and Wallace.
But I still think Stackhouse was older than Rasheed. Why do I think that?
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
I think I had it flipped like a Stackhouse, Rasheed, Jameson, Carter.
Yeah. I think it's Wallace Stackhouse.
See, yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking Stackhouse is older for some reason.
'Cause, I mean, it's not like
Didn't he come
all
out
of
with
them
Grant Hill?
won. Who?
Stackhouse.
Yeah.
Then that was 92.
Stackhouse came out in 92?
Or 93. It was
Grant
the 93
Hill.
team.
No, Grant Hill. No,
92.
Grant Hill played against.
Duke.
I know where Grant Hill played
No,
at.
I know, but he played against, he was with Leitner in the 92 team.
So Stackhouse was not on that team with Leitner. I mean, not with Carolina.
92. No.
Because at 92, yeah, that was Bobby Hurley, Stackhouse, Terrence Hill.
Bobby Hurley didn't play for Carolina.
I was talking about Duke.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Hurley, Grant Hill.
Okay.
There was another Hill on that team. And
Bam! Thank you,
Jamison
John.
Carter, Stackhouse Wallace.
Shut up, Mara. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Because, I mean, for her to stay true to form, she's probably still talking about Jimmy Jackson. She's probably talking about Jimmy Jackson at OSU.
Yes, I
who was a
agree.
killer.
We're all old as hell if we all remember the mid-'90s and the basketball team in North Carolina.
Yes.
Hey, I'm thirsty, man. You thirsty?
I'm thirsty.
Let's take a little
It's
shot.
thirsty.
Let's take a shot for the ass. No one is basketball. It's Woodford, my cousin Charles, the old leprechaun that we talked to earlier this year. Congratulations! I'm saying it out on. Congratulations to your New Yorker fiance. They're getting married in New York City next year. New York. Yep, New York. She's got the accent.
Yeah, B.
Right?
Yeah, B. Yeah, son. Marry that.
We going flying with the family to New York.
Yeah.
I'm going to fly in to JFK wearing my Eagles shit. Don't care if it's summer or not. But hey, anyway, congratulations.
Who? What was his name? Calvert or Calbert? Calbert Cheney was at IU with Matt Nover and Damon Bailey.
Woodford. This came about the whole cousin thing because he sent us I'm a groomsman.
God, I love Woodford.
My brother's a groomsman. He sent us a package in the mail. We got it on Thanksgiving. A couple little shot glasses of Woodford and something else, can't remember. Got a nice old stogie to smoke on and a shot glass that says groomsman. It's pretty cool. So thank you, congratulations.
That's dope. And I love Woodford. That stuff is so smooth. Yeah.
Look, I'm looking at seeing you, man. You left some.
Oh, liar. Spell check a hoe.
Ooh.
Yes, it's Calbert Cheney was his name.
He wasn't saying spell check a hoe. He's saying spell check a hole.
Okay.
See it now?
Yes, because Calbert Cheney, that IU team was the one that kept winning the Big Ten title when the Fab Five was there.
Yep.
Because that was Chris Webber's famous saying, "Oh, we don't care about the Big Ten title."
That was the infamous chair throw in the middle of the court.
Oh, one of them.
That was Well, that was the main one.
It wasn't. It wasn't the headbutt of Sherrod Wilkerson.
No, it wasn't that one. It was the chair heard around the world though.
Yeah. Hey, awesome show tonight, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
As always, man.
As always.
He is the one.
I am.
I am the ass.
He is.
We are Black and White Sports, coming to you live every Wednesday night, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Powered by First Financial Bank, 3535 East 96th Street, Suite 135.
Which
is where
we'll be
we
next week.
will be next week. Check us out, man. If y'all are, you better ask John if you're allowed.
Yeah, because it is a damn bank.
That's true.
I don't need to.
We're not going to have a live audience other than who's he's bringing. Yeah,
I don't need Fisher's police talking about there's a whole bunch of lights at the bank.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to be the first person to walk out the building either.
Wonder why?
Yeah, let the white guys go first.
Don't let the black guy be last either, because then they're really.
I'm going in the middle. I'm going in the middle. Reverse Oreo in this yachts.
Bam.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the following.
Yes.
Like us, share us, tell your people about us, and that's it.
And as always, Damon, Well, first, hold on.
Yep,
Check out
yep.
Checkers and Wreckers live, 11 o'clock this Sunday. Check us out next Wednesday, live 7:30. And freaked me out. I don't know what that was.
I thought it was a cat sneeze.
Wow. It did sound weird like that, didn't it? Oh, Caramel Police. Yep, Damon loves Caramel Police. Mara, no, I'm sorry. You're not engaged to me. It's okay.
I'll be fine if I wear all caramel stuff, so I'll be all right.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he's got the blue and gold on. He's all right.
And yes, check out our one and only Jazzy J over at the YouTube channel. She is now an affiliate of BWSPORTS1.
It's time for her to start paying her keep.
Right? Put some videos out, little girl. All right, Damon, and as always, what do?
We keep it sporty, Indy.
Pew, pew. Just like the Caramel Police after you next week.
Oh, hit the button. I'm not 33% of the population.
Peace.
There's a threat in the world today. To our society, BWSPORTS. And what is this threat?
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
He is the one.
I am.
I am the ass.
He is.
And we are Black and White Sports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we in here talking about practice.
How am I not pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you're retired?
I mean, I want to see your face when you're asking this question and the way you're going to ask it. Look a man in the eye before you try to kill him or make up something.
He went through my soul.
Hey, I'm not surprised.